Welcome to Breaking Dawn.
Welcome one and all to the land of death. Trinity to the bone, Trinity to the bone. When they come to Bacchanal, well, they can't beat we yet. Trinity to the bone, Trinity to the bone. Look, sweet woman parade abundantly. The brethren, they full of energy. Some people say God is a Trinity. Paradise are not convincingly. God gave us a spirit fiery, but nothing in the world about. But look at smart man gone with money. We still come out and mash up the party. Sweet, sweet TNT. Oh, how I love of this country. Sweet, sweet TNT. No place in this world I'd rather be. Sweet, sweet TNT. Oh, how I love of my country. Sweet, sweet TNT.
All right, man. So good morning to you guys, and big up V's preschool there. Nice little video that they put out on social media. The director got wind of it, sent it to us. We still be able to start the show with that. Nice vibes, man. So that's V's preschool. Big up all yourself this morning. All the children heading out to school. Good morning. And one of the children was holding up a picture of doubles, boy. They were hungry one time, boy. What do you feel, boy? You could doubles the thing this morning? Let me doubles up now. Doubles man by license officer out? All right. You know how I like it? Everything medium pepper. Yummy. Nice. Yeah, man. We are no chef this morning. We are no chef. We got to get chef tomorrow morning. Yeah. Tomorrow morning we are chef coming in. Well, I didn't tell him yet, officially. But he's watching the program, so you'll get the message. All right? You'll probably message me in a little bit saying, all right, no problem. And then I'll set a menu for him. I'm going to dictate the pace tomorrow. I'm going to dictate to eat it. We want some saltfish accra up inside here tomorrow. Accra, boy. What's wrong with you, boy? I'm feeling for accra, boy. A nice little tamarind sauce on the side and thing. Let me see how Chef Accra does taste, man. Anyhow, it's the 25th of September. And here we are on Breaking Dawn. We had a little day off yesterday. I was up early as usual. Headed out to Bamboo Cathedral. Boy, if you see people on Bamboo Cathedral yesterday morning, boy. Now, I went later than as usually go. I reached here a little after 6. Usually when I go in Bamboo Cathedral, I try to roll out and be there by 5:30. Right? But brother man, if you see people down there, went to walk yesterday morning, I make it in 31 minutes. And that's after I ain't walking for about a year. My fastest time is about 28 minutes. I stop about 3 times to catch my breath. But I ain't got no back pain. That's very important. That means my belly not as big. No, when my belly reaches a certain when it swell now, to a certain extent, if I'm going up a hill or I'm walking or I'm standing up for too long, I just get lower back pain. But I ain't get none of that yesterday, so I'm coming back down. If I stop her? If I stop by the log where it's a rest, but hell yes. You know, I tell you, it's over here, I walk the cathedral, boy. Watch me, and you know what's amazed me when you go to Bamboo Cathedral, boy? Some elderly people, boy. Here now, there's pass your whoosh, you know, like flash, you know. Yes, boy. I be like, wait, boy, when I reach that age, I wonder if I will be able to do it so, boy. You know that kind of way, but walking extends your lifespan, eh? You know, when you don't smoke and you give up. And I was having this conversation with somebody yesterday. I say, you know, interestingly enough, like, when I was in my 30s, going into my 40s, early 40s, I used to real lime and drink, you know. You understand? Any lime you had alcohol. Must drink a little vodka or whatever it is, right? Beers, whatever. Like when you get into the little fitness and thing and like you go along in age and you're mature, you don't really feel for alcohol that much, you know. You know that kind of way? I mean, the Christmas party coming up, your boy go take a drink. But I'm just saying, you take the occasional drink, you know. But you know, I could go to a bar now, sit down, line, and drink water. And it ain't bothering me. You know that kind of way? Yeah, boy. All right, so I'll tell you what. We got some headline in the papers here before we get into a few things. I see that the Roger Alexander issue was cleared up, although I still see people asking for investigation. Like they don't read about it, or they don't read and understand. And they the thing, you know, this is the thing. The lawyer representing this prison officer come out and bring up this issue. The media ran with it, right? And it's a disturbing headline in the Express. I don't know why Mark Bassan chose to headline it like that. But Mark is my boy. Me and he's good on good. But I'll bring it up in just a little bit. But as we get into the news here this morning, we'll take a look at some of the rewards that our athletes got. I really don't. I do business with nobody else. I just business with the athletes and the sports, right, in the awards. But body found hours after she left workplace, mystery death of cop's mom. Mystery surrounds the death of a policewoman's mother, whose body was found at the Clifton Hill Beach in Point Fortin on Wednesday morning, several hours after she went missing. This is another person found dead. Right? Just below that, murdered surgeon described as trailblazer. The daughters of murdered surgeon Dorothy Williams Chandler hailed her as a trailblazer during a virtual memorial service on September the 24th. All right? So, she was shot dead, right? So while the Commissioner of Police and the TTPS and the government and everybody would like to say that, you know, the crime situation is going down in terms of murders, because we have had significantly less murders than the previous year. But like I say, you cannot use it as a measuring stick because we're in a SOE, back to back. For almost the entire period of 2025, we have been in a state of emergency. And yet we're still seeing things like that. We had the little girl Mariah who was found dead as well. That was just last week. It's like every week you're finding a body somewhere. It had our next body in Carsonfield. It had the other guy before that in the Audi. So crime, these fellas and them still committing crime, you know. You understand? No, I know you can't stop it permanent. You can't just bring a halt to crime and it come down to zero. But the consistency in terms of like every week or every 4 days, you're hearing about somebody found somewhere or some robbery that take place. It's too consistent still, considering that you're under a state of emergency. So the Punisher need to get to work. You know, not that you ain't working there, but you know, maybe, I don't know. Chief Secretary's challenge to government and opposition: give Tobago autonomy. All right. Sando Mayor demands integrity in leadership. Republic Day National Awards. Trinidad and Tobago recognizes its distinguished citizens. All the distinguished citizens. All you know me and my thoughts on those national awards, right? That's what I tell you. I only business with the athletes. Central Bank supports ban on virtual assets. That's, would that be what? Cryptocurrency? Yeah, because after this whole thing with this Trillions company, I heard Munilal was talking about that somewhere, you know, with this Trillions company. I used to see these fellas and them with this Trillions thing all over. All I never see them all over TikTok and Instagram and thing. Yeah, telling people come in and the profits and the this, that. And I just shake my head so I just say, boy, you know, they will catch people, you know. Huh? They have a quarry now? I used to see this thing going on and these fellas and them, you know, and I thought one of them, they could real talk, he a salesman, the Indian one. What? Could sell? He almost as good as me. But I tell you what, I know it would have bacchanal in that whole thing. Pistol and ammo seized during raids. Air-conditioned bandits stop cold by cops. Oh, God. I'll get in use that one. Air-conditioned bandits stopped cold by cops. 3 bandits were nabbed by police shortly after robbing a technician of air conditioning parts and more than $11,000 in San Juan. The men were from Port of Spain and Maracas St. Joseph are in police custody pending investigations into the incident. They said it was stop cold, yes? Oh, God, boy. That only got the thief, boy, air conditioning parts, boy. Where do you always 11,000? Africa is 11,000. No. Yeah, it's 11,000. Somebody sell you out, partner. Somebody sell you out. Proud Trinbagonian president sends Republic Day greeting. Princess Tong man fined for cursing and brandishing a cutlass. The East Port of Spain Development Company, EPOS, has congratulated Terence David and Deshaun Hamilton, who were named as National Award recipients in recognition of their bravery and service to the community. All right, remember they saved a man who was trapped in a burning car? Those are the type of people that deserve national awards, not people like Parasram and them. You understand? For me, those are the people who go beyond the call of duty. Just normal, average citizens that see something happening and they put themselves at risk to save our life. Those are the people that deserve national awards. So when we're talking about distinguished citizens, right? You know, it's a whole, anyhow, let me not go into that. Now, that's a whole thing by itself. Sobers and Morris engage world leaders at UNGA. The Prime Minister will be out there. I think she's flying out today. She'll be back on Tuesday. And Jolene John will act as Prime Minister. All right? And of course, well, Jolene John is going to be next leader of the UNC. Mark my words. Put your money on that. Chuta Tobago says, address the mindset of our youth. Chuta Tobago started to talk plenty now, boy. Congress of the People willing to partner with UNC for local government elections. Hey, look, my boy Gerard Small, man, mistakes in the papers. Say, down next to Prakash Ramada and Kurt Sinet. Big up all yourself. Minister Alexander rubbishes claims. Right? And that's in terms of the visit to the prison. And I just want to say, I read that Express article. In the first paragraph, it should have just stopped right there. End the text. I'll read it for you, in case you missed it. Teacher age 49 held with cocaine at primary school in Princestown. So we had a student who had drugs in our school. Where was that school? I can't remember where the school was. And now we have a teacher, a 49-year-old teacher that was held with cocaine. In a primary school, eh? Let's see, boy. What are you doing with cocaine? Of course, they charge him for being in possession of cocaine for the purpose of trafficking. So you use a teacher between a teacher and is 3.2 grams of cocaine. I don't know how much that is. But what he was teaching? You're sure is a teacher? Someone like a drug dealer? I don't know. Anyway. Lord Father. Thousands to benefit from TSTT and CWU pension agreement. The Communication Workers Union have signed a memorandum of agreement designed to resolve decades-long pension issues affecting some 2,500 employees and retirees. Yeah, man. All right. That's some of the headlines in the paper. I never go through everything. All right. Let's see the latest with Maduro. Eh, fellas? By nearly dead with laugh, yes? What does that tell people? All these people are them that buying into asset are fear-mongering and panicking and all kind of thing. And last week, they put troops somewhere to patrol near Trinidad waters and all kind of thing. And boy, all you miss it over the last 48 hours. Maduro come and say, he come to announce that if the President of the United States is very serious about the war on drugs, then Venezuela will stand by to assist. Because Venezuela have the experience in the Southern Caribbean in terms of the cartels. And Venezuela is ready to lend assistance in the fight against drugs. He want to work with the US. See what I tell you, they can't, nobody can trust that man. Nobody, the man say one thing today, do one thing today, and then say a next thing and do a next thing tomorrow. And that's what I tell you all the time. China, Russia, all who you feel is Venezuela allies, none of them don't trust that man. I know I tell it all. You understand? Because he just, the other day he tried to say, no, it's in we, you know, it's Colombia, go down Colombia, it's there, take any boy. Hey, boy, you're I able, boy, fellas, boy. That bad, I don't know, boy. We go see what come out of that. All of a sudden, it's not nothing to do with no, remember America blew up about, it's what, 2 or 3 boats? And they were disputing all of a sudden, nothing with the boats wasn't cartels and the boats didn't have drugs. We will send our people to patrol and assist and, yeah. You fight again the war on drugs, man. I ball, yes. Anyway, Keolek there. So we want to introduce the Keolek range of products backed by science. They have over 900 scientific research and clinical trials, all made from the aged garlic extract. And you could try any one of the products in the Keolek range, from the Keolek Cleanse and Digestion, the Keolek Blood Pressure Health, the Keolek Cholesterol Health, the Keolek Total Heart Health, and the Keolek Circulation Health. They also have the Keo Green Powder Drink Mix and the Keodophilus Probiotics. And you could pick up any one of these items in the Keolek range at a pharmacy or health store across the country. For more information, of course, you could WhatsApp 728-0338. That is 728-0338. Also, I want to remind you about safety and rigging. So we have the Safety Rigging and Lifting Services Limited. They have over 2 decades of experience in rigging and lifting operations in the construction, oil and gas industry. Services are available for offshore and land process gas maintenance of projects, shutdowns, turnarounds, etc. Some of their specialized services include lifting and rigging awareness training, aligning and contracting companies to client-specific requirements, supervision coverage during planned projects and TARs, auditing, visual inspections, documentation review, policy review and development, site visits both on land and offshore, rigging loft management as well as risk assessment for lifting operations, and they offer expert guidance and support ensuring safety, efficiency and compliance with industry standards, regulations and legislation. So their services are not limited to Trinidad and Tobago, and they can also provide these services in the Caribbean and South America region. And for more information, you can feel free to contact them on 868-774-1498 or visit their website, safetyriggingandliftingconsultancy.com. Also, don't forget, we're talking about safety and security, we're talking about armor, that's right, and flow. So get non-stop protection with Armor Security with 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, motion sensors, and rapid response. You and your loved ones stay protected day and night. And Armor Security, powered by Flow in partnership with All Pro Security, protection that moves to your beat. Visit discoverflow.co for details. Check them out today. All right? Nice one. Finally, Chef Shiraz, who we hope will be serving breakfast here tomorrow morning. Chef has several courses starting in September, all the way through to November. And on the 27th, or from the 27th of September, you have the baking and pastry tool and the creative international cuisine. All right? Then on the 4th of October, you can sign up for the food costing, restaurant, and catering workshop. And in November, he has the certificate in culinary arts. All right? And then, of course, on a date to be announced, the diploma in culinary arts. So you can give him a call or WhatsApp him on 372-4639 or 737-5097. All right? Give Chef a call and sign up today. We're 21 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock this morning. We're going to take the first break. And when we come back from the break, that whole situation with Roger Alexander, I'm going to read you the report from the Express. And I ain't reading too far, because for me, after the first paragraph, full stop, end the text, that's it. Right? Everything's sorted out there. Stay tuned. We're back after this.
Calling all choir. This is TNT's first gospel choir event of its kind. It's finally here. This is Divine Harmony. Choirs from all over the country will vie for over $250,000 in prizes. Semi-final round, the East-West Corridor, Saturday, September 20th, Central and South Trinidad, Saturday, September 27th, and Tobago, Saturday, October 4th. To register, call 719-9599. TNT, get ready. This is Divine Harmony.
Everybody sing it.
Protection that moves to your beat. Protect your home with Armor Security. With 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, motion sensors, and rapid response, you and your loved ones stay protected day and night. Sign up for the Protector or Commander package today and get a free security camera and installation. Armor Security, powered by Flow, in partnership with All Pro Security. We keep your rhythm flowing. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supplier of brand new Korean auto parts.
Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsane, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Hey boy, oh boy, what are going on? Are you looking stressed out? Why, if you need no real pressure right now, trying to register for my associate degree. It's real expensive, plus I have no maths. I didn't pass maths, real pressure. I don't know what to do right here. Oh, you looking happy, so?
But I must be happy. I get all my subjects, plus I get one in law. So I looking to go and register to do my law degree right now.
Serious?
But why you didn't do Form 6 like me? In LS, it's free, plus your parents could save money for your university as well. And you could even do your maths at the same time.
I could do over my maths?
I'm telling you. Let me go now and register.
I have to go and sign up for it.
But you sticking, you should have come here a long time, you know.
Well, I'm so glad you told me about this. I'm really thankful.
We offer a wide range of CSEC subjects and SAT prep classes. We are tried, trusted, and proven.
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn, people. 27 minutes past your 6 o'clock. It is Thursday morning. We are the day after Republic Day. We got Pastor John on in the second hour. Seeing that yesterday was a holiday and he wasn't on, so we move him forward to today. Give me the, what we go call it, boy? What does I label it? Meeting. Remember meeting 1 and 2 now? Yeah, meeting. So allegations fly over Alexander's jail meeting with Rajayi Ali. This was the headline, September the 23rd, right? Now, I am going to read you this because this was a whole bacchanal that everybody was calling for investigation, right? Alexander himself said nothing at the time, and I would imagine because he was kind of roping them in, because now he is threatening to sue the lawyer of the prison officer that brought this issue to the fore. Now, when I read the article before the holiday, it said that that same prison officer wrote a report and sent it to the Commissioner of Prisons, who found that the report had no merit. But yet still, people was calling for Alexander to clarify. So this is the article in the Express. Watch the headline, eh? Leave the headline up. Allegations fly over Alexander's jail meeting with Rajayi Ali. And this is where headlines are very disturbing sometimes. Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander, who was then a senior superintendent of police, paid a visit to inmate Rajayi Ali at the maximum security prison in January of this year, at least 4 months before his surprise appointment as a minister in the UNC-led administration. The Express confirmed the visit based on Trinidad and Tobago Police Service internal correspondence obtained from police sources. According to the documents, the request for the jail visit was requested by then Assistant Commissioner of Police Richard Smith, who formally requested approval from his boss, Deputy Commissioner of Police Suzette Martin of the Investigations and Intelligence Unit. Smith, in his correspondence to Martin on January 17th, 2025 said, quote, "Ma'am, I am informing you I have received information from a reliable informant that Rajai Ali, presently detained at the maximum security prison, is requesting a meeting with me. As a result, I am seeking your permission to meet with the detained Rajai Ali at the earliest possible opportunity. I am also requesting that Senior Superintendent Roger Alexander accompany me at this meeting. If permission is granted, may the necessary arrangements be made with the Commissioner of Prisons through your office." End quote. Attorney for Detained Prison Supervisor Gart Guada has called on Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara to investigate the nature of Alexander's visit to MSP, where she alleged that he met with gang leaders. Alexander shot back on the 22nd of September, threatening legal action against the attorney. On the same day that Smith wrote to DCP Martin, Martin also sent a formal request to then Prisons Commissioner Carlos Corras with the subheading, quote, "Request for permission to enter the maximum security prison." In the correspondence, DCP Martin stated, "A request is being made for police officers to enter the maximum security prison on Friday, January 17, 2025 at 11 a.m. to interview inmate Rajai Ali. The under-mentioned officers will be visiting the maximum security prison to conduct the interview. ACP Mr. Smith and Senior Superintendent of Police Mr. Roger Alexander. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service remains committed to working harmoniously and collaborating with all external sectors and truly appreciates your assistance in our fight against crime." End quote. When the Express spoke with ACP Smith, he explained that the meeting at the MSP was above board, and he said, quote, "Alexander was in fact working under me at the time. Remember," and this is true, "we were in a state of emergency." Remember, a state of emergency was called in late December. This is a meeting in early January or mid-January. But remember that they declared a state of emergency in December. He said, "Remember, we were in a state of emergency and all officers on leave were called out, including Alexander. He was working with me in the Special Operations Unit, and I decided to take him with me because I have a level of trust in him, and there was nothing strange about that." Smith cleared the air about speculation on what the conversation with Rajai Ali was about. He provided confidential information, and we spoke about various things that I am not at liberty to go into. There were absolutely no conversations about contracts. It was purely about policing, as Alexander was at the time still a police officer in the TTPS. He said there was nothing clandestine about the meeting. He said, quote, "We went through the front gates of the prison, and we spent about an hour to an hour and a half speaking to Mr. Ali. This is a regular occurrence as we go into prison from time to time to speak with inmates who may have information to share. I even visited Mr. Ali a second time after that, and there are also other officers who make these requests." Smith said it was an unfortunate situation when a senior prison officer makes an allegation against a law enforcement officer, and in doing so, compromising the safety of the inmate. Right? And he went on to say, "It's really sad that he would endanger the life of an inmate in this matter. He is clearly grasping at straws and would have certainly breached the code of ethics." And the Express attempted to reach former Prisons Commissioner Carlos Corras to inquire whether he had formally granted permission to allow the police officers to enter the MSP. However, he did not respond to calls or text messages. So, all is still calling the Commissioner of Prison to find out if he gave permission. And within everything that is said here, that this was formally, this was done in accordance to the procedure, the necessary procedure that has to take place for anybody to enter, especially police officers who are going to talk to a prisoner. All the protocols here were done. And despite all of that, they still want to call the commissioner of prison, the former commissioner of prison, to find out if he grant permission. So how they reach any prison if he didn't grant permission? They must get permission from him to go in. The fact that they were there, they admitted that they went in there and they talked to the man, means that they were granted permission. So to pursue the matter even further, with this entire paper trail of evidence that shows that there was nothing, that everything was above board, to me, is just pushing the envelope of mischievousness. The headline within itself, what the headline should have read, is that Alexander's visit to the prison was above board. Full stop. You understand what I'm telling all you? But this is when they're trying to witch hunt a man. You understand? Because I know plenty people have issues with Roger Alexander, but I could tell you, in speaking with certain police, it is about police in the service that I have spoken to that do have 150% confidence in Roger Alexander. And I ain't talking about him as Homeland Security, you know. I'm talking about as a police officer in the execution of his duties. But what has happened, people out there has been talking all kind of things because we know, I think is Sandman who he got licked up some years ago. I think there was a connection with some family and wherever. But people have this way that they will taint a man's character without having any evidence to support it. Just hearsay and rum shop talk. You understand what I'm telling you? And I could tell you, I could give you all the stories, but not today. Morning. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yep, what's up?
Yes. Yes, fine, thank you. This allegation, what was made here. Listen, Stefan. Alexander sued that guy 15 times for trying to do what you trying to do. Let me tell you something, Stefan. You believe that guy who making that, you believe that there is one man behind that? It's a whole team of big men behind that. Want to bring down that man to the highest level. But I'm sorry that Alexander and know the rest of fellas than them.
No, but
you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is not no joke business, and this is a serious business. Brother, let me see what will happen when we ending up now. Have a nice day.
All right, cool, no problem. And let me tell you something, having read that article over the holiday, and seeing the entire paper trail, and that everything was above board, and this was nothing out of the ordinary. You understand what I'm saying? Having read that, I just rock back and I say, so, morning. I say, so, but people, look, morning. The media and all.
Good morning to you, Mr.
Yeah, what's going on?
Mr. Stefan, let me tell you something, boys. All this rigmarole story and thing, it's just a matter that somebody looking for sympathy. This is something just like this people. They accept what they was doing all the time. They are accustomed getting paid. They are accustomed getting fired, and then now they coming for you to say that the government doing them something wrong. When them know what happening all the time is a PNM thing. So this thing with Alexander is the same PNM thing. So long as something happen and you is a UNC, well then you in trouble. Mr. Stefan, I don't know how they are taking you on yet.
Taking
but
on?
You is a Macman too.
Me?
Right? I am telling you. Don't study them things and the people who
brother. I don't know
that.
All right. I will go to the next one. But given the paper trail and everything being above board, and now see why Roger Alexander, you see, all don't give Roger Alexander credit for being a little, he's smarter than people think he is. That's why he stayed quiet when the media was asking him questions. He allowed the lawyer representing the prison officer and the media to push the envelope. Only to do so, bam, and say, hey, I come in for you, I go sue you. Morning.
Yes, sir, good morning.
Yeah, what going on?
That prison officer, the senior prison officer that they detained, he made things bad for himself now because he tried to start something and it ended up turning out to be a lie. So anything he say after that will be hard to believe.
Yeah, but in the initial article, you see what I can't understand? The initial article, the report that he sent to the prison commissioner, the commissioner said the report had no merit.
Right, exactly.
So,
what are you going to do, boy? The senior prison officer for the boxer ring in KFC, boy.
The what?
I remember sometime back, it had a story with a senior prison officer on a boat going down Carrera Island and the boxer KFC at the ring.
No, I can't remember that one.
Yeah, that donkey years ago.
Oh, that donkey years ago.
You remember they supposed to search, a junior prison officer will never search a senior prison officer.
No, that would happen.
Even though they're supposed to. But a senior prison officer come and train around here rank. No junior thing, but any man boxer KFC at the ring.
Okay, all right. All right, cool. We'll get to the next one. I want to stick this one in. Right? Morning, just give me your thoughts on what you think here. Is this matter done and dusted with Alexander and this visit to the prison that they try to say the man went to talk about contracts, yes, because the man have public office now. Boy, look now. Morning. Hello?
Stefan?
Yeah, morning, go ahead.
Yes, Stefan, good morning.
Morning.
How are you? You know what I take from all of this is that how long Raji Ali is incarcerated.
How long he's been incarcerated?
Yes.
Since 2014?
The death of 14, right?
2014, I think that was the year Dana Sitahal was assassinated. So it was around 2014, yeah.
Right. This is what I take from it. You see, because police have a way that a case is delayed. I know it's not in their control because it has to do with the judiciary, right?
Right.
Now, obviously, there was evidence to have him charged. DPP, of course, would have given the okay. You understand?
Right.
And it is not going anywhere. So, it stood by Alexander, and that should be it, really. You understand?
Yeah.
And you see where CJ was? I'm sure everybody wants to know why Mr. CJ is over there. Because he's in next highest position in the country. You understand?
Right.
So it's just a matter of protocol.
Okay.
But still, I know that you don't like, you say you don't agree with the awards to certain persons and stuff.
I didn't say I don't agree with the awards. I'm saying that I only concerned with what the sportsmen and what the athletes got, and like people who, like the fellas from Sealots and thing, ordinary citizens who you don't hear about every day that performed acts of courage. That's the ones I concern about. That's the ones with more merit
you
for
would
me.
agree that year.
Not taking away anything from anybody else.
This year there was that there was a wide diversity of persons. From,
I saw that.
Yes, that was good. And also the students. And so it was, I think it was a well orchestrated, well planned. Congratulations. Oh, and Jolene John. Did you see what Jolene John said? Jolene John said, and the people announced that she will be acting as the Prime Minister, right?
Yeah.
And she said she was shaking her hand. She said she wondered if the Prime Minister felt she didn't have a pulse.
Oh, Lord of mercy. All right, cool.
But I am happy. Yes, she said she was so surprised. I am, show the country the diversification. Okay,
all
Stefan,
right.
you
No
take
problem.
care. Thanks.
Yep. I'll take one more here, and then I'm moving on to the Prime Minister and what the athletes got. Hello, good morning. I thought it was, I don't know. I thought Kishore might get a little, but I think he got that ambassadorship. I think will go a long way. God, boy, reconnect. Boy, wherever you are, the service dropped. Morning. Yeah, morning. What are we on here? Hello, good morning. All right. I'll move on because I want to reconnect into this one. Let me check something here. Soldiers. Oh, that's why. That is why. Okay. How that connected that, boy? This phone going mad? Chris? Huh? No, check my ear. For some reason or the other, it connected to downstairs. No, well, I don't know which one it is. Yeah, I don't know which one it is. I realize it's saying unstable connection, but I know the connection appears to be good, but somehow the phone connected downstairs. I feel I know why, I had it on. So when I walk through the door, it probably pick up with downstairs, or is it? Right. It probably pick up with downstairs first now. So, yeah. Hello, morning. I'll take this call. Morning, caller.
Stefan, morning.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Stefan, I see firsthand in 2001 with my own eyes, a guy by the name of Wilson, I won't call his last name, came in for a robbery and a rape of an old lady in Superior. Stefan, homicide officers came to interview him. After 6 in the evening, he come back in his cell crying. You know what? They give him a murder case in the prison. It's a customary thing where officers just come in the prison and interview inmates. You hear what I'm telling you?
Right.
Drop on and listen. I send a video for you. Watch the video that I sent for you.
All right, no problem. Cool, man. Yeah, that's a normal thing, officers is going to the prison and interview prisoners on a regular basis to get information. If a crime happens in a specific area and it have a gang leader or somebody, a member of a gang, senior member of a gang that in prison, they will send police inside and to say who it is for down that work. I'm telling you, that's how they just do it. They do it regularly. Morning.
Morning.
Nothing out of the ordinary, everybody try to take the man character, man. Yeah.
Another example of the PNM propaganda machine. About a couple weeks ago, if you recall, they had an article how Roger Alexander was arrested in Tobago. And then they print the whole article to come down to the bottom to say it's not the same Roger Alexander. So then why put it in the papers? You understand? That they have something personal against this man. You understand?
I think they're just trying. I think they see him as probably one of the weaker links in the government. And they go after him.
Weak in what way?
Well, maybe the way that he speaks, he just talk in a kind of way that sometimes you gotta wonder, you gotta have a dictionary. Roger Alexander needs his own dictionary at times.
But I found after his first contribution in Parliament, he really got a lot better. And there's probably little nerves, just like anybody else. First time they're talking in
no, listen, I don't. So. No, wait, hold on. They go central. I don't think it's nerves. I think that is his natural way. And I have nothing against somebody for talking in a natural way. I could have come and do this morning show. When I started doing this morning show, right? The way I just talk on television is not up to television standards then. Right? So
you know that.
Right. So everything that I learned in broadcasting school, right? When I started to do the show, I told them I wasn't wearing a suit and a tie. Right? Because I don't think somebody who's sitting on doing a show in a suit and a tie is relatable to the average citizen.
I agree.
Right? I decided I come in here to talk like a Trinidadian. I'm not coming here to talk like I from the UK. Now, if you want me to speak the Queen's English, I can do that perfectly fine. Okay?
Yes, yes.
It's not a problem. You know that. But,
yes, brilliant.
yeah, you know that. I mean, I read the news and all kind of things. We used to read news here on our morning or whatever. But I just think me and my natural form is more effective in getting my points across. Roger Alexander speaks how Roger Alexander speaks.
Correct.
Now that he is a minister representing the government on a different level, maybe some sort of training, but might be forthcoming for him. But they should not. I do not think that you should try to take somebody out in a natural way and a natural element to please anybody. You understand?
Of course, of course.
But still, if you're going to represent the country and you're going to represent your ministry on an international level, you have to, on a regional level, then you have to do so in a particular kind of way. You know what I mean? So maybe some training like that, because they do that kind of training in politics. They will send you to learn certain things and how to conduct yourself in an interview and things like that.
But from his first contribution to now, I mean, I have seen a little improvement in his way, in his speech and everything like that.
Yeah.
But oh God, man, it is so blatant how these media houses and them they're just making up things. I mean, and you have the information there, but they put in a misleading headline. And there are people in Trinidad who just watch the headline and they will spread that. They read the article, you know. They will say, oh. And this is how a lot of people are in Trinidad. Read the thing, but why even bother to print it after, as you rightly say, after the first paragraph? You need to put
nothing else to say.
It has nothing else to say. You understand? But
all right.
Such is how it is in Trinidad.
Well,
have a good one, boys and fun.
The saga continues.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I don't hold it there because we got to go to the break. But listen. I run a program based on what is in the news. Okay? Right. And at times, now let me just clear this up. I am not a journalist. I am not anything like that. A reporter. People label me that, journalist and reporter. I am not that. I am a talk show host. I am no different to Jimmy Fallon or Jay Leno. For some of you who from back in the day who might know Jay Leno from Tonight. I'm a talk show host. Okay? Nice. So we go through the news here and we bring up the issues and so on and so forth. But sometimes I just wonder, like, the people who are journalists, right? Like, if you have an allegation like that coming out from one quarter, isn't it understandable or shouldn't it be responsible to contact the TTPS first and say, listen, we have an allegation here that Roger Alexander, when he was in the police service, was meeting with gang leaders. Apparently in January, months before the election. Do you have any correspondence or any permission that allowed him to enter the prison? And so we could, you understand? So before you go now and you print what these people say on this side and they throw out an allegation, which is the lawyer and the senior prisons officer, you double check, you check now with the TTPS. To see, all this that I'm reading here, that could have been done since 2 weeks ago. And this would have been a non-issue. And that's the thing. Why wasn't that done? Why was this dark cloud allowed to be cast over the man's head for the last 2 weeks? But I like how he responded. He responded by saying nothing. And that is why when they tell you silence is golden, that's a perfect example of it. Right? And everybody jump out themselves. Oh, I know that. I always know that about Roger Alexander. What you know? You never know somebody until you know somebody, you know. Anyway. Lord Father. Anyway. Set while aboard, people. Set's Holistic Health Clinic is definitely on, powered by nutritional therapy and simple. Don't manage those diseases because you could reverse them naturally. Set has a book coming out that speaks to that. Pick up that book when it does hit the bookstores or whichever platforms it will be sold on. But they specialize in reversing cancer, diabetes, digestive disorders, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases, and more. It's drug-free, supplement-free, root cause healing through nutritional therapy. And you can call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Book your appointment today. Rebuild your health from the inside out naturally. That's Seth Wayo's Holistic Health Clinic. And finally, you can't pour foul to watch called. The play. This is the most hilarious play that you will see. Well, I can't say for the year because I don't know what they're going to come up with after this. But you're going to laugh from start to finish. You're going to roll your belly going to not you. All right? You don't leave foul to watch corn at Central Bank Auditorium this Saturday and Sunday. All right? So they got 2 more shows. And they are the Central Bank Auditorium this weekend. Saturday is going to be, as usual, 8:30 p.m. And on Sunday, showtime will be 6:30 p.m. And the Central Bank box office will have tickets, so you can check them out there. But make sure and go and take in this play. This play is the best I've seen from RS Arab. Me personally, I laugh from start to finish. I know I'm telling all you. All right, so get your tickets and go take it in if you didn't get the opportunity to do so as yet. With that, we're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, a little bit on the athletes and what they got. And if that is, acceptable. If the nation is happy with that. I mean, it's really on the athletes there, but are we happy with the rewards that was given to TKR, Keyshawn Walcott, and Jareem Richards? Stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
Okay, honey, let me call you back now. And now seeing her coming through the door, and I'm sure it's the results she coming with. That's your father. He's so excited about these results. Let me see.
It's not looking very good.
Ooh, 5 in maths, 4 in English. This really not looking good. But don't worry. Just this morning, I see elders' classes advertised online, so we will go across to elders and let them put you on the right path, okay?
We offer a wide range of CSEC subjects and SAT prep classes. We are tried, trusted, and proven.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street at Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Have you thought about where you're going for lunch today? Well, Tante's Creole Food serves the best in local dishes at a great price. They're located at All Stars Panyard, Duke Street, Port of Spain. They offer the best in Creole, Chinese, and curry dishes. Don't miss their after-work special and soup Saturdays. It's cow heel, oxtail, pigtail, and chicken foot soup. And also, fish broth is on the menu. Give them a call or WhatsApp 734-3398 or simply visit them at the All-Star Panyard, Duke Street, Port of Spain. Safe and secure parking is also available. Tante's Creole Food, the best in town. Check them out today.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
Open Minds Education, Trinidad and Tobago. Hear me now. Click in, level up. School up on your phone, you know.
Learn today, lead tomorrow. We're ready for your growth. Farm 5C6 adult class, take the oath. No traffic, no stress, just log in and post. Open Minds Education, TNT we both.
You want pass exam? Cool, we sort that. Replay the lesson till the knowledge lock back. Real teacher with feedback, no copy, no chat.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
And so to honor you as a team, we have proposed that you be given the Shakonia Gold Medal of Trinidad and Tobago tomorrow at our Republic Day Award ceremony.
On the eve of Republic Day 2025, that became the biggest announcement after Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar convened her cabinet to deliberate on how best to reward and acknowledge TNT's latest lot of sporting heroes. It included the Trinbago Knight Riders, who on Sunday night hoisted a record-extending 5th CPL title, getting onto tomorrow's merit list, one might say, by a nose.
I don't want to admit it, but I'm not a great cricket fan. But because of you guys, I tried not to miss a game. You have made us so, so proud. We want to thank you very much. And you've done it at a time when we celebrate Republic Day tomorrow. So you've done it for the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
Although already an Order of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago medal holder since 2012, TNT's latest athletics world champion was not left out.
We will be giving to Keishan for that gold, in accordance with the cabinet policy, $500,000. We propose to rename the Northeastern Regional Multipurpose Sport Facility in Sandy Grande the Keishan Walcott Multipurpose Sport Facility. In addition, Keishan, we think you will serve very well as a sport ambassador for Trinidad and Tobago.
Kishon Walcott joins champions of TKR's title campaign, Nicholas Puran, and player of the tournament, Karen Pollard, also reserved for special commendation.
So we also want to name Karen Pollard a sport ambassador for Trinidad and Tobago. For your captain, the not so young but young Nicholas Puran, we will also make you a sport ambassador and grant you a diplomatic passport so that you can go and come and represent Trinidad and Tobago.
Meanwhile, World Championships silver medalist Jareem Richards was also rewarded with $250,000 in accordance with the National Rewards and Incentives Framework, with the Prime Minister promising further discussions on other ways of recognition. Jassy Marique, CNC3 News.
All right. So that was the day before Republic Day there. That's the rewards and incentives that were given to the TKR team, Keyshawn Walcott and Jareem Richards. I mean, I think the ambassadorship, the sports ambassadors are very, very important. So you have Dwayne Bravo, Keyshawn Walcott, Puran and Pollard, who have been appointed sports ambassadors. Jareem Richards, like the report said, some further discussions outside of the $250,000 that he will get for the silver medal at the World Games will be discussed. I think Jareem Richards, you know, all of them spoke, but it's just too long. It's about 11 minutes or 9 minutes or some kind of thing. So I'm just trying to save time here this morning. But, you know, they all spoke about sports and the importance. You know, I have been yelling and screaming that since I on radio. Screaming it at the top of my lungs. Sports, 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 sports. You want a solution to crime? Sports. I screaming that for the longest while. And I have said in the past, and I stand by this, we need a proper scouting or talent identification program, which I think we have or will be re-implemented, if not. But we have to start from primary school. We have to start from primary school. It cannot be, we can't wait till the talent is 15 and 16 and 17 years old. It must start from the primary school level. I do not know what is happening in terms of football with the primary school football league, but I play football in primary school. Anyone only play football in primary? No, a little play sports, Lord Father. I remember the two of them never kick a line, as the old people used to say. But I remember playing football in primary school. You understand? I don't know what's going on with that league, but I think from that level is where you have to start. I have always said we have enough land to build a sporting university. All you understand why I tell you, only a sporting university. People just feel like mad when I talk these things. You know? You identify the talent, you take the talent, and you put them there. They have dormitory, everything to live in. They could stay there. They live in there. You understand? The parents would come and visit them for the time that they're there. Especially if you come from an at-risk community, you don't want them in that community. You want them at that sporting university. You provide them with everything, including education, basic education. We ain't talking about going into algebra and all kind of thing. No, basic education. That's all they'll need. Because they are going to be paid to be athletes. Right? And the facilities that you create there, from football to cricket to swimming to whatever, gymnastics, wherever, right? They live and they breathe and they eat and they wear and they sleep, whatever discipline they decide to pursue. And we have the land for it to build that. When they're talking about sporting tourism and all kind of thing, sporting tourism is not just stadium and equipment. Sporting tourism is things like that. Look at the University of the West Indies, right? And take that model and make a sports university. You understand what I'm saying there? And the athletes that are there, like you have a football team. We always talk about chemistry and football and team sports on the whole, right? They're going to be playing together as a team from a very young age. So when they scouted and they go to play outside and they come back, when they come back to play, it's the same era and age group of players, of talent, that they're coming back to play with the former team. So you're not worried about chemistry because you don't groom them from early. You dig? So, I mean, we just look at sports and we underestimate the power that sports has. Sport unites people. We will sit down here and talk Indian and African whole day, PNM and UNC whole day. We could sit down and talk that whole day. But let Trinidad and Tobago win something or qualify for a World Cup now. Nobody don't want to hear nothing about PNM, UNC, African, Indian. All that talk, nobody don't want to hear that. We don't even talk them thing. All that nonsense talk that's done and everybody's just be focused on one thing. And that is the success of the national team. That is the power of sport. You understand? So, I am just saying to the government of Trinidad and Tobago, there are a lot of things that you could do. I mean, something like a sporting university with all of those facilities and accommodations is something that, of course, a pretty penny, but it is going to pay the country back because you could have athletes flying in. You understand? You're bringing coaches. You send people to learn how to coach because we don't have top-of-the-line coaches in Trinidad and Tobago. We are coaches, but we don't have coaches, if you understand what I'm saying. Send them. So that when athletes from all over the region, because we are Trinidad and Tobago, we see America of CARICOM. That is what we are. We are the we are the equivalent to the United States of America of CARICOM. And we have the money and the resources to get it done. Now you're going to have athletes coming in from all over the region. Right there. The same way people has come to the University of West Indies to study. It's the same way they come in there. Because we have the best facilities, the best equipment, all the technology, everything right there at one venue. But that's just a stupid idea from a talk show host. All right, so I'll tell you what. And all you need is people with the will, you know. Where there's a will, there's a way. It's an investment, you know what I mean? But let's see where it goes. I want to remind you, as we're talking about youths and everything like that, don't forget that if you did complete your CXC and CSEC exams and you're feeling uncertain about your next steps, look no further because Elders is excited to announce free CAPE classes, including CAPE Law, taught by the esteemed Mrs. Pamela Elder SC. And if you're disappointed with your CSEC results, don't give up because your journey isn't over. Step into success with Elders classes where a legacy of exceptional teaching helps students rise, rebuild, and reach their full potential. They offer a diverse range of CSEC subjects and SAT prep classes at affordable rates and flexible times. Explore everything that Elders has to offer on Facebook and Instagram and reach out to them on 627-8632 or 715-5480 and get more details. Try, trusted, and proven. That is Elders. All right? And also, before we move on, Ignites. So Ignites Clinic, one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments including prolozone therapy, halotherapy, nutritional programs, weight loss programs, and more. Also, consultation services are available, so make sure and check them out at any one of their 3 locations in Trin City, Chaguanas, or Tobago. You could also give them a call on 640-8985 or 613-7571. You could WhatsApp them on 493-9196 or email them at ignitesdistributors@gmail.com. Let me get the NIS report. Let me just read a little part of that and we could open the phone line and take some more calls. And if you're calling in the first hour, please don't call in again. All right? Again, we want to get as many as, it has had too much missed calls on the phone with a lot of people that don't get through. And I don't know why the number that come up is just with the regular, I don't know how this works so. Right? But when I check this phone after, the amount of people trying to call this program and they don't get through. That's why I say, let me keep it short, sweet, so that we can move on and get as many calls as possible. This report, the actuarial report, NIS to collapse within 8 years. This came out over the last 24 to 48 hours. The fund held by the National Insurance Board will be completely done within 8 years by the fiscal year 2033 to 34 unless significant interventions are made, warned the 11th Actuarial Review of the National Insurance System, NIS, as of June 30th, 2020. Now, the report was formally laid in the House of Representatives over a year ago, April 19th, 2024, but was only recently made public. Now, fewer workers have been entering the workforce to contribute to an ever-expanding pool of retirees, as many past NIB actuarial reports have warned, reflecting a global trend which reached crisis levels decades ago in countries with an aging population like Japan. All eyes were on the NIB after Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessa's recent promise to pay arrears and higher salaries agreed for 2014 to 2016 by the former administration, but never implemented. The most recent NIB actuarial report in 2020 forecasts the system's expenditure exceeds contributions by the year 2020 to 2021. Expenditure then exceeds contributions plus investment income, while assets start to decrease by the same year, 2020 to 2021. The report starkly warned. Assets are exhausted by 2033 to 34, and the report says at present the NIS is unsustainable. That's going to be scary for a lot of people. Now, the report noted 67,000 fewer workers contributing to NIB over 5 years. From 542,500 in the year 2015 to 16 to 475,000 between the period 2019 to 2020. Parallel to this annual decline of 3.2% in NIB contributors was a 1% annual increase in pensioners and claimants, the report said. All right, now, I'm going to leave that right there because I don't want to go through and read the whole report, but you get the gist of things. They're saying it is unsustainable. We've heard this before. What is going to be implemented? The Prime Minister did say that to expect a very good budget. I do not know what that means. I have absolutely no idea what is a very good budget. Right? I don't know if somebody can explain me that, but a very good budget, I have no idea. But we go into the phone lines, 327-7400, and get your thoughts on this issue, and even the one in the first hour as well. But, you know, let me keep it moving. Morning.
Yeah, morning, Stefan.
What's going on, my brother? Talk to us.
Ade. Just to touch on this, I really want to talk about the first hour, but
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Make your point on the first topic.
Yeah, the first topic is, I noticed the bigwigs not talking about it, but it concerned me. So I don't know if it's a non-issue, right? But I'm concerned with Roger Alexander's situation. Whatever them lawyers sorting out, let them sort it out. But if I am police officer X and Stefan Rees is working at Synergy TV, and my work is to come and interact with you on a regular basis, because that's just the nature of the work. And then so you and I might agree on how things are supposed to happen. We might fall out. When I say no big fallout, but nobody know who holding a grudge. Right. And then I become the Homeland Security Minister. And I am the only person who could sign a detention order for you under a SOE. I am concerned as to whether that is in fact a conflict of interest. And if it is, if it is, I was reading up on the term conflict of interest as it relates to England. And in England, they have something called a declaration of interest register. So if you have a portfolio, as the Constitution would allow, or some law would allow, if you have an interest in the matter, you're supposed to fill out the declaration of interest register. So everybody will know, okay, he had an interest in the matter, and we believe somebody else should sign, or somebody should supervise him do this, or he should swear an affidavit, something of the sort. So it is not a secret when, I sign the register, and when I sign the detention order for you to be detained. You understand? Right. As per the NIS situation, there's an article on the internet, you could research it, Caribbean News something, and it says that 100,000 people, about 100,000 people, lost jobs under the last regime. So if 100,000 people lost jobs, then a good bit of them 100,000 people is people who could have been paying NIS.
Correct.
So we must be in this problem because of that.
Correct.
It's not fair.
Yeah, man. On top of that, too, this problem really started. You see, when they shut down that refinery, all I remember, the type of salaries that persons were receiving in that refinery were significant contributions to the national insurance, to NIS. So when they shut down that refinery and they sent home all those workers, those were high-paying jobs that were removed from the system as well. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
As it relates to the Homeland Security Minister, the lawyers who doing what they're doing know exactly what they're doing, and it is an intent to defame the man and to have him removed as the Homeland Security Minister. So he should be now raising matters against them now for defamation to the tune of about $10 million to send a strong message to the others that when you come in, come good. As it relates to any conflict of interest, he could just recuse himself and somebody else will have to sign off on that. In terms of your idea and your thoughts about the sporting facilities, you could convert some of the university or some of the colleges that we have, as is done in the States, to sporting colleges, and that will take care of your thoughts and your ideas that will put things in place. We don't have to build nothing more. We just have to add that now to the system as to what existed already. In terms of NIS, national insurance has been paid by everybody. It is a mismanagement of the funds, and government has been dipping into the funds to do other things. So the government now has to replenish that source of finances and make sure now and do their job properly, to collect NIS from the companies who collect it from employees. And in that way, that money will be refunded because it is going to grow. It's not that they're going to gobble up alone. And people are going to die as they go along the road and all too. And they have already moved it to 65 years. And the life expectancy in Trinidad and Tobago is now only up to 75 years alone. It was 70 before, it has grown to 75. So we have to look at everything now from that perspective in order to look at things now as to how we manage ourselves moving forward. While we make a projection now, nobody knows what will happen in the future. You have a good day.
All right, man. I'm going again. Yeah, morning.
Stefan, going on, man. So on the 13th, is breaking down Christmas party.
Yes. We there.
Right.
Center excellent.
I'm reminding you, right?
Nice, man.
Reminding you.
Trust me, another remind me.
Yeah, what I was saying, right? In 2010 to 2015, that was the projected at the UNC government, the coalition government, was to make sports tourism. That is why they built all the stadiums and all the swimming pools and all them things that you will see they were building going down the road. That was Kamla's dream. The sports tourism, because we didn't have that tourism. We don't have nothing here for tourists to see. So they had built them things in order to progress in that way. Right? Later.
Right. Yep. That was the plan. I remember she spoke about that during that campaign in 2015 and the plans and so on and so forth, and but people changed. People went to the polls and they voted them out, and it never materialized. We'll see what happens in this 5. Morning.
Morning, Stefan. You
What
see,
going on?
people don't understand, right? People don't understand when they close down Petrochin, the amount of people that they put on the breadline. What about the woman who was selling fudge outside? What about the bakeries that these same men used to go by? The clothes store that them used to buy clothes by the bulk. You understand what I say?
Right.
When they close down Be Mobile, you know much places they closed down because people didn't have funds to facilitate the business. You understand what I say?
Right.
So this is the reason why NIB now is in problems, because you know why? Because they closed down so many. One big company that was filtering off to other smaller companies that they neglected to realize that when they closed down this big company, all these other companies would have closed down right after.
The domino effect,
The domino effect. So there's what go on now. So there's all this is why we lacking forex, because they close down these big companies, and when these big companies went, a whole domino effect came right down to the small man trader.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. No, I agree with that. I've always said that. I have said one of the biggest problems with that with the NIB is that same issue where you shut down the refinery, you put thousands of people on the breadline, but those were high-paying jobs, so the contributions to NIB would have been very significant. Morning.
Hey, morning, Stefan.
Morning, brother. What's going on?
Glad to know that I get you as a first-time caller. Calling from Grandy.
Grandy? Nice man.
Concerning the NIS.
Yeah.
One of the things that really crippling the NIS as well too, as we see under the former government, the PNM government, when people like police, most of the military services like nurses and all these essential services retire. These are people who they hire back, bring back into the system, and when they bring back these people into the system, these people doesn't pay or contribute to the NIS system at all, and receiving from the NIS system. So
okay.
you find out it cramping the system.
Mm-hmm.
The system somewhere down the road in the near future, it must crash. Because you're having young people now who haven't graduated from school, having all the subjects, degree, whatsoever. When they come now for employment, they've been turned down or refused, which I find is a very unfair situation towards young people.
Okay.
Because you can't tell me all these years, these people and them working, and you're not training, somebody to take up the mantle after. And this is one of the main things PNM have done, even up to presently. If you do a survey right now and you're going all these essential services, you will see it have people who retire, collect all their money, get all their money, and they're still back in the system.
Yeah.
And that is my contribution.
Thanks a lot, man. In instances...
And have a blessed one.
You too, my brother. Nice man. Grandy on the inside, man. And let me tell you something, in a situation like that the last caller mentioned, I'll take this final call and then we got to get to the break and get the passage on. But when you have young people coming into the system, then you have decades of contributions that you're looking at. When you bring back people now to work to the age of 65, you only have 5 more years of payments that they're going to make. And they sometime when they come back now, they take up the space that somebody else, somebody younger could have taken up. Then you have a migration problem. Morning. You have a lot of young people migrating and going to live abroad and that kind of thing and work outside. What's up?
Morning, Stefan.
Hi there, cool man.
You want to solve that problem with NIB in the morning? All you need to do is to go to a primary school and get about 10 5-year-old and tell them, here what, we want you to manage NIB. And they would go with the philosophy of the piggy bank, where they just had a little piggy bank, and they know that, oh, here what, you cannot take out more than you're putting in.
Right.
And then you would have, this is an investment, People contribute, and whosoever managing, they're supposed to make investment to know that, oh, here what, the contribution that's coming in supposed to be able to sustain what they're paying out. And
correct.
It just goes to show the mentality. It's all kind of dotage talk we are here about what they're supposed to do one thing, but that is as simple as it could be.
Yeah.
I don't know what people have been making all this hullabaloo about something that, is so straightforward.
That's simple in terms of life. You don't spend more than you earn.
Yeah.
So I mean
exactly.
But apparently
so if you have an aging population and you know that how you'll be paying out more. And then you keep on firing more and more people, the unemployment getting higher. What do you expect to happen?
Exactly.
You understand? And you know what? They're supposed to pass a law in Trinidad and Tobago now that everybody is mandatory to have a kitchen garden. So that anytime you get caught up with propaganda, dotishness, like this Alexander thing and all kind of thing, they'll jail you for at least 6 months. You see that propaganda machine with just like CNN, where they call CNC3?
Oh,
everybody who responds to those type of propaganda that comes from that entity, they should be jailed for at least about 3 or 4 months. Or else, make sure you have some tomatoes and karaili and baigan and thing to give to the population. Because right now, we're supposed to have at least 10,000 people that would starve to death because they closed down sea pepper. Remember that?
Yeah.
When they started go with that message, I'm sure that by now, after so much weeks, this set of people who was solely dependent on CPEP, that was starving and will die out in Trinidad and Tobago, all in a sudden we ain't hearing nothing about that again. And now it's Alexander time. Something wrong with me down there. Have a good morning.
All right, man, no problem. Yeah. All right, I got to hold up there because we got to get to Pastor John. Pastor John is coming up next. We got to take the break. But look, in the budget is coming early October. So it should be, today's what, the 25th? Oh, tomorrow that'll be my father's birthday, you know. Tomorrow is the 26th of September, that'll be daddy's birthday. Yeah. I'll go in cemetery. Ramirez, if you're watching the program this morning, handle the grave for me now. We'll pass and fix it up later. Right? I'm a boy Ramirez. He's belonging he's one of the cemetery men now. So I know you're going to fix it up for me nice. Right? Yeah, on the NIB problem, with this increase that they recently got, I mean, it was agreed to some years ago and never implemented. But now that the Prime Minister has activated that, along with this problem that they have here to solve, they got a work cut out for them, right? And we will see what sort of plan they put in place to manage that situation. They did say that they're focused on job creation, about 50,000 jobs. But even with the 50,000 jobs, according to the report, you have about 100,000 people that have come that are out of the system, or you have about 100,000 people less in the system now. So even with the 50,000 jobs, they might be a little short, depending on what type of jobs you're looking at. All right, but let me tell you something. It's a real work in Trinidad. If you look around, nobody really is supposed to be unemployed in Trinidad. It have a lot of job creation, jobs that could be created in Trinidad and Tobago to maintain, especially maintenance work, you know, to maintain places like, you know, even the little parks and things, you know, it have all types of jobs that people could get and people could pick up. The government could create a lot. But we'll see where that goes in the budget. We'll hear what the plans are. Because we don't know yet, but the Prime Minister did say over the holiday here, when she was asked by the reporter, she said it's going to be a very good budget. Like I say, I don't know what that is. Fellas, you have the Jack Warner free? Jack Warner is free now, free as a bird. I'm glad for him. But I tell you something, It is amazing. High Court drops U.S. extradition over flawed process. I just want to read this quickly for you, because this is where you realize Trinidad is a mad place. And if the lawyers representing the Attorney General's office at the time still have a job are still lawyers, then something wrong. Because what appeared happen is that they misled the court. On September 21st, 2015, the Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi issued a certificate under Section 8.5 of the Act, which declared that an arrangement with the U.S. existed for Warner. That certificate was presented as conclusive evidence, right? Now, What happened, the long and the short, right, is that the judge's ruling, which effectively puts on hold the September 21st, 2015 authority to proceed, ATP, signed by Al-Rawi, came a week after state attorneys conceded that the arrangement between the US and TT for Warner's extradition was flawed. Those concessions also followed advice received by current Attorney General John Jeremy SC from external counsel. And the state's lead attorney, Robert Strang, said Jeremy would consider releasing the opinion to the court, which will now hear arguments to the extent to which the courts were misled by the arrangement in place. The various threshold tests to be met in extraditions, along with damages and perhaps culpability at a hybrid hearing on October the 3rd. And Warner had challenged the certificate's legitimacy when he surrendered to authorities in response to a US warrant, right? And what has happened is this agreement that apparently then Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi presented to the court, or whatever he was using, when time for it to be submitted, or whatever the case might be, there was no written version of the agreement. In other words, they presented something that does not exist. It appears. This is the understanding I have, and that's why they say they misled the court. And it looks like they purposely did so too. From what I read in here, that's my impression, right? But that's a story for another day. I had to get Brian Big to explain this. We will take a break. When we come back, Pastor John will be with us. Stay tuned.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Protection that moves to your beat. Protect your home with Armor Security. With 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, motion sensors, and rapid response, you and your loved ones stay protected day and night. Sign up for the Protector or Commander package today and get a free security camera and installation. Armor Security, powered by Flow, in partnership with All Pro Security. We keep your rhythm flowing. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
Hey, boy, no.
What are going on? You looking stressed out?
Why, if you need no real pressure right now, trying to register for my associate degree. It's real expensive, plus I have no maths. I didn't pass maths. Real pressure. You know what to do, are you? Oh, you looking happy, so?
But I must be happy. I get all my subjects, plus I get one in law. So I'm looking to go and register to do my law degree right now.
Serious?
But why you didn't do Form 6 like me? In LS, it's free, plus your parents could save money for your university as well. And you could even do your maths at the same time.
I could do over my maths?
I'm telling you. Let me go now and register.
I have to go and sign up for it.
But you sticking, you should have come here a long time, you know.
Right? I'm so glad you told me about this. I'm really thankful. Like,
We offer a wide range of CSEC subjects and SAT prep classes. We are tried, trusted, and proven.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com. Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate-free, all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate-free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canoopia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Open Minds Education, Trinidad and Tobago. Hear me now. Click in, level up. School up on your phone, you know.
Learn today, lead tomorrow. We're ready for your growth. Farm 5C6 adult class, take the oath. No traffic, no stress, just log in and post. Open Minds Education, TNT we both.
You want pass exam? Cool, we start that. Replay the lesson till the knowledge lock back. Real teacher with feedback, no copy, no chat.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsane, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
All right, people, now we are back. We're just about 60 minutes away from your 8 o'clock. For the next 15, we're going to be joined by Pastor John. Of course, yesterday was a holiday. Usually, Pastor John will be on a Wednesday. But because of the holiday, we move him to Thursday. All right, so we bring him in via Zoom, and we will chat with him for the next 15 minutes. Pastor John, what's going on, man? Papa, you change your scenery in the background, man. All right.
Oh. When there's an old man like me trying to look good.
Yeah. The backdrop looking sexy this morning, man.
Yes.
So what are we talking about this morning?
I'm talking about chronic inflammation versus acute inflammation. A lot of people keep hearing inflammation, why some inflammation is good for you and why some inflammation is bad for you. And the chronic inflammation is the bad inflammation that gets you sick. It's really the root cause for all disease. The acute inflammation is what you need to keep us healthy. So somehow they name it inflammation, and you have to understand what acute and chronic inflammation is.
Okay.
And that's where we are today. Chronic inflammation is the root cause of every disease that you could think of. If you're feeling tired or you're dehydrated or you have pain in the knees, it could be chronic inflammation, because the two distinct types is the immune response that differ in duration. That's the only difference in them. The underlying cause and effect on the body. So acute inflammation is short-lived, typically lasting for 2 days, maximum a week. Like if you get cut in your finger and you press the cut and it suddenly stops bleeding, it's called acute inflammation, because under the third layer of skin, where the cut wound is open, the body forms a blood clot there for a short time, and then it dilutes after the flesh closes back up, it disappears. So it will take a day or two for that to happen.
Okay.
Like sudden injury or infection, or you're walking down the street and you go by a partner and you have a cat or some type of fuzz, and you get an allergic reaction and you start to sneeze and blow your nose, but by tomorrow morning you're good. Those are like acute inflammation.
All right, so that's acute inflammation.
Yes.
You said knee pain, if you're getting pain in your knees and that kind of thing. What are we talking about here? We're talking about, obviously
when you have arthritis,
huh?
When you suffer from arthritis, it's because of chronic inflammation that destroy the ligaments in the joints and destroy the cartilage. So the system now bone rubbing against bone, because chronic inflammation is what causes it.
Okay. But inflammation is part of the body's defense mechanism, is it not?
Yes. Acute inflammation.
Right, that's the acute.
Yes, that means it's there for a short time to do a job. But the problem is when we coming back to the cut in your finger, when that is healed, like the blood clot is not going nowhere, the immune system still continue to overreact to your system, because it means that, like, which I will use this topic another time. When you listen to the Nancy rhyme, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, and you can put them together again, it means that the cells get broken. And based on the type of brokenness taking place, you will have more problem. You have to find a way to mend it back again, for it to come back together again. Because Humpty Dumpty should not be broken. So Humpty Dumpty, the air could be broken in two, it could be broken in split many, many pieces. The worst is being broken down to, that's when, like, white blood cells supposed to change every 10 days. You have a system now with chronic inflammation is not changing every 10 days because the blood cell refuse to die. Yeah, the red blood cell go through a process of 120 days. So you have every 20 seconds a blood cells that just keep dying and restoring itself in the body every so often in the system by millions upon millions of them. But chronic inflammation is what causes the problem. That's why you heard me talk about dysbiosis before.
Right.
So too much sugar creates dysbiosis, a toxic in the system called fusobacterium, and endotoxin that creates the NF-kappa B. The nuclear factor of the system now creates fat around the liver, which creates chronic inflammation that creates all the problems for diabetes, cancer, you name it. And the person wants to know why they keep suffering. I keep using things and like I'm not getting no results. The key factor is to eradicate the chronic inflammation. It lasts for years in the system. Some people have it and never go away unless the lactobacillus and the bifidobacterium is restored back into your system. Unless you restore the phagocytes, the lymphocytes, the neutrophils, the monocytes, the macrophages, the leukocytes, and the basophil. So our body needs 13 vitamins, 16 minerals, 10 amino acid, 1 essential acid fat. It doesn't matter where you come from. Every single human being in the world needs to have that in a diet every day. When that is in your diet, you activate your macrophages. So if you are sick, it frees the disease from progressing, chronic inflammation from doing more damage, while the phagocytes and the lymphocytes begin to fight off and kill all the disease in your body, because the body has the ability to heal itself. So anybody who's suffering from chronic inflammation today, that's the root cause of autoimmune disorders. That's when you have auto detoxification, when you self-poison yourself, when you're getting sick and nobody knows why you're getting sick. That is a constant reminder of the things you put in your body. Why do you think there's a big discussion and you got two sides now arguing if Tylenol is a root cause or one of the causes for autism, and some say yes, some say no. But why is the topic? The topic because of the chemicals in the Tylenol create the toxin in the system that could create chronic inflammation that could cause brain damage to the child.
Yeah.
So there's a big discussion in it.
Yeah, I saw that last week. Not last week, earlier this week, where the president made the announcement that, oh God, I forget the drug that, oh gosh, I forget it.
Tylenol.
Azithromycin or something, so.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right, but that's the active ingredient in it, right? Or the active drug or chemical in it. Of course, Tylenol is the brand.
Yes.
Right. And, you know, they came out and they made the announcement, and I saw the back and forth. And I also saw, and I said on Tuesday, was either on Monday or Tuesday, I said, you know, I'm looking at all of these news sources that we say are legitimate and that kind of thing. The mainstream now.
Yeah, you had two sets of doctors coming on TV. One is saying yes and one is saying no.
Well, I remember.
So the debate is on, and it's not going to finish now.
Of course, because my point on Tuesday was, I see them immediately putting up all these headlines debunking it. But I said, remember, when when doctors were saying that the COVID-19 vaccine was linked to blood clots, they immediately debunked that, and later on they had to admit that there was a connection between the vaccine and the blood clots that were being created. So that came out after.
Yes.
So I said, let me just take our time and see what happens with it. There's always going to be more than one position on something, but at the end of the day, unlike you, who have a product, and people will say, well, you know, they might find the cost of it expensive. Some people, I personally don't, for the package that you get. But unlike you, there are people that are dedicated to the pharmaceutical industry and making billions of dollars. So when you have something like Tylenol being brought into the discussion as you know, a painkiller that you would take during pregnancy, because I think they only mention that taking it during pregnancy could lead to autism, right? It's only if you take it during pregnancy, as far as I understand.
Because that was the topic at hand. It had many other topics that they could talk of, because when you look at the bottle, since they speak about it, you can speak about it openly in public and not really do it. When you buy a bottle and you read the back of the bottle, they say it may cause internal bleeding. They're admitting that, right? It's on the bottle of every one. But that topic go large and wide. I only use it as an illustration to prove the point that the fight to power that I talk about every single week, broadcasting and breaking down, trying to teach people that if you alkaline the blood, if you restore the immune system, the white blood cells, that they begin to work correctly in the system, it could restore Humpy Dumpy, if I could say it as a Nancy rhyme, once again, because it could bring all the broken cells together and mend it back together, because until when something is broken, it needs to be restored. Until the cells are restored in your body, you cannot eradicate diabetes. Until the cells is restored, cancer cannot disappear from the body. And arthritis, and we could stay here for the next 10 hours, keep naming disease. What I mean is the body has the ability to heal itself, but you must go back to the garden and get these ingredients that has the lactobacillus and the bifidobacteria that you were born with, that we all came into this world with lactobacillus and bifidobacteria into our system. But because of the air you breathe, the water we drink, the water in your bath, pesticides on your fruits and vegetables, chemicals you're cleaning with, your cookware you cook with, your high sugar intake, the preservatives and your processed food, over time destroy the good bacteria in our system, leaving the body to have no choice but to accumulate a high degree of chronic inflammation in the system, where it is responsible from a mild fatigue to a life-threatening disease. It is chronic inflammation. A matter of fact, the medical industry was arguing. It wasn't so until 2014, the World Health Organization forced them to make that admission.
Right.
In 2014, the World Health Organization told the world, it's time you include curcumin into stuff you're giving people, right? Curcumin is the extract of turmeric that they make curry with. I can tell you, go India and see they have the lowest rate of prostate cancer in the entire world. It's loaded in what I'm giving you, curcumin.
Right.
That's why it makes the product an exceptional product that I am broadcasting on the air, letting you know that it may cost you some money if you have herpes and you got cancer and you have diabetes. You may, when you begin to take it and take the course and stay for the duration, you could see how your life transfer from being acid dysbiosis into alkalosis. That's how I get healed from cancer.
Right.
That's how people have to make up their mind. Some people decide to keep the money or are not doing it. Or have to go on, like this week I had a patient in New York here. The guy's in a hospice, the son called, and when he heard the price, he said they give him all kind of experimental drugs and nothing worked. He talked bad about the medical industry, but when he heard the price, he tell me, auntie is a medical background, she have to study it first. While he's studying the whole thing, the man passed away.
Wow.
Right? The stuff that they give, and he's talking to me and I said, I never touch your dad. I never give your dad nothing. Everything that your dad took is what your auntie recommend.
Yeah.
The medical industry, everything they give him. Experimental drugs and chemotherapy, immunotherapy, radiation, everything he went through according to the book. Everything was FDA approved. But he still suffered and died. He was 58 years old.
Yeah.
Extremely sad. I'm talking to someone yesterday, they're 36 years old, sick bad, 46, now diagnosed. The family telling me that he was a chain smoker and he was this and how he used to live his life and 46 years old, have stage 4 lymphoma.
Wow.
Young man. That's why I come on the air, dedicating my life to teach people how to live a healthy and better life. I do it on Zoom because Zoom I have details. This morning I'm teaching, like this morning, I am teaching. We are Plant Life, Give Life, where you could go to the garden and see the stuff that is embedded in the garden food for better living.
All right.
That's why I'm here, to tell people to call me and place your order for the Phyto Power Pack. That sugar blocker is off the chain.
All right. So people, you can place your order on 1516-286-7079. That is 1516-286-7079. You can call Pastor John. Remember, it's a WhatsApp number, so you got to call him or WhatsApp him on that number, and you can order the product today, of course, and the product is not intended to diagnose, treat, mitigate, cure, or prevent any disease, and statements made about products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. All right, Pastor John will be out of time, but I want to thank you this morning, and until next week.
Next week, sir. Thank you.
All right, nice one. So that is Pastor John on the inside here. We're going to take a break and come back with the birthday. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
This is TNT's first gospel choir event of its kind. It's finally here. This is Divine Harmony. Choirs from all over the country will vie for over $250,000 in prizes. Semi-final round, the East-West Corridor, Saturday, September 20, Central and South Trinidad. Saturday, September 27, and Tobago. Saturday, October 4. To register, call 719-9599. TNT, get ready. This is Divine Harmony.
Everybody say it.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canoopia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
Okay, honey, let me call you back now. And now seeing her coming through the door, and I'm sure is the results she coming with. That's your father. He's so excited about these results. Let me see.
It's not looking very good.
Ooh. 5 in maths, 4 in English. This really not looking good. But don't worry. Just this morning, I see elders' classes advertised online. So we will go across to elders and let them put you on the right path, okay?
We offer a wide range of CSEC subjects and SAT prep classes. We are tried, trusted, and proven.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
All right, people, so we're back, and we got to get to the birthdays. We have some congratulations, send out birthday greetings, and have a funeral to go to tomorrow, boy. All right, my grandmother's sister died. That is Tanti Baba. All right, but we'll get to that. In the meantime, good morning, Stefan. I would like to wish my father-in-law, Hasid Khan, a happy birthday. May Allah continue blessing you with health, long life, and happiness. And this is coming from your wife, Asha, your sons, Shamir and Barry, your grandson, Amir. Well, I think it's your grandsons, Amir, Fazir, Zahir, and Samir, and your daughter-in-law, Adita. They all appreciate what you do for them. So happy birthday to you, man. That is Hasid. And yes, Tanti Baba's funeral, people. Tanti Baba passed away, I think it was on Sunday. I think it's Sunday, Shane tell me, you know. Right, so Tanti Baba's funeral will be at 9 a.m. at St. Mary's Church. And then they're right there to the Western Cemetery. Now the Western Cemetery is, wait, hold on. Let me make sure I get this right, eh? Western Cemetery is the one on Mukarapa Road, I think. Yeah, no. Western is the one up, wait, hold on. You know, I'm going to get confused here now. I can't remember, you know, either Western Cemetery is the one by Mukarapa Boys Primary School. That is up on George Cabral Street. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, that is Western. And the one down, right, the one down on Mukarapa Road is Mukarapa Cemetery. I think. All right? I think again, I might be getting mixed up. Anyhow, when you come to the church, you'll know where to go. Right, so Friday, that's tomorrow, 9 a.m. Tanti Baba will be buried. She better good in boy. Fali, morning to Fali, and the rest of the family. You know, but yeah, Tanti Baba Bata a good one, man. I could see that my grandmother's sister. She and Marjorie, oh God, boy, look, same thing. Anyway, condolences, of course, going out to the entire family. Happy 4th birthday going out to Samara, coming from the entire family. Samara celebrates her birthday, 4 years old. Happy birthday, Samara! Also, happy 65th birthday to Tara Glanville, coming from her children, Kamala, Ricardo, Amanda, and Chelsea, grandchildren, Amir, Amelia, and Beatrice, and family and friends. May you have an amazing one. Love and blessings always. That is Tara Glanville. Nice, man. Here we go again. Birthday greetings going out to Elizabeth Samaru. Wishing you a happy 53rd birthday and many more to come. And this is coming from your daughter Katrina and your grandson Ricardo. We didn't get a picture. Ah, boy. Justice! Look, Justice and Hayden, man. So this is my good friend Hayden, who, you know, resides in Florida, in Miami to be exact. And Hayden, you know, I had the pleasure of Hayden taking me all over Miami last year when we went up for Miami Carnival. I met his lovely daughter at the time, and his daughter right now, today, she graduates from the Army boot camp. All right, she is now heading to Georgia for 19 weeks and then off to Germany. All right, and she is doing cyber security for the Army now. So big up Justice. Justice, congratulations to you, and wishing you all the best in the future. Nice, man. What was the first picture? We make what? We make American soldiers. U.S. Army Training Center, Fort Jackson. All right, cool, man. Nice. Justice gone in the Army, yes? I don't know if I could do that, you know. Anyone else ever aspire to be in the Army? Anybody? Or you don't mind being in the Army, in the United States Army, but not the Defense Force? Okay. Chris, you ever consider the Army? The Police Service? The Fire Service? No. The Coast Guard? Nothing? All right. We would like to wish happy birthday to a wonderful niece, Haley Ramsing. Haley celebrates her birthday. She celebrated her 12th birthday yesterday on Republic Day. So Haley, happy birthday to you. Hope you enjoyed it. Two more. Good morning, Stefan. Sending 76 birthday blessings to my friend Devika Sahadio. Wishing her joy, happiness, love, and long life. Enjoy your day, girl. From Kishore and Monica. All right? So happy 76th birthday going out to you. And finally, sending happy birthday greetings to Phyllis Ramratan, who will be celebrating her 70th birthday on Thursday, the 25th of September. And we wanted to know that we love her and wish her good health and strength and all God's blessings. This is coming from her son, grandson, daughter-in-law, all her brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews. And they want you to know that they want you to enjoy your day. And that's Phyllis. All right? So there you have it. The birthday greetings and everything else for today. Funeral arrangement, announcement. And a congratulations on Justice's graduation from the Army. So, the Army boot camp. That's a hell of a thing, eh, boy? I don't know if I could do that, you know. Then go 19 weeks. She going somewhere for 19 weeks and then she off to Germany. I don't know, but I can't stay away from home so long, you know. Ask Chris. The 2 weeks in Antigua was like, Chris, I feel like a year. I feel like I spent a whole year in Antigua. You know what I mean? I miss home, boy. I just miss home fast, boy. Anyway, we got to wrap things up for today. Tomorrow is Friday. Chef will be in. We may have one guest. Coming to promote a new parang. That's Amrika AM, otherwise known as AM. Amrika Mutru, so AM. So we may have her on. She has to confirm that today. But we'll see how things go. Other than that, of course, we will continue to be on top of the issues and take your calls and your comments and be interactive. So until tomorrow, enjoy the rest of your Thursday, people. We are out. Don't forget, Christmas parties, December the 13th. Tickets will be out soon. Tickets will be out on September the 30th for the Breaking On Christmas party. Winter Wonderland, wear white is the dress code. It's a premium drinks inclusive, live entertainment and much more. So I'll look out for that, right? That's coming your way. And don't forget that the play is on. You do put foul to watch corn. Get your tickets. Central Bank Auditorium box office is open. They have 2 shows, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday 8:30 p.m., Sunday 6:30 p.m. Make sure and get in on that. It's one of the most hilarious plays you will ever see. We go on.
Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn.